The Internet. Currently, this communication network, used by billions of people every day, is open and unrestricted, though there are some who are working to change that.
Anybody who's ever used the Internet intuitively understands net neutrality.
I mean, I think they're within their right to charge people whatever they want for their services.
What makes traffic management reasonable or unreasonable?
I think it should be open to everyone.
There's a lot of people who just don't want to be hassled by their IP.
So when you sit down in front of your computer and you go online to surf the web, every website that you look at, whether it's the C-SPAN website or the CNN website or the Fox News website or your neighbor's blog, all the websites load up the same. You can access all of them just the same. There's equality on the Internet. It's the great equalizer of network communications. Everybody gets treated alike by the network owners.
There's an ongoing debate over the very nature of the Internet, whether the Internet should be commercially controlled or equal for all to use. On one side are the large companies who want to be able to regulate the Internet, and small websites and independent content providers who want to be on even footing with these large companies in holding the public's attention.
You might be asking how this affects you. Let's say you sign a contract with Internet Service Provider A. As a paying customer, you expect equal access to all content on the Internet. However, ISPA has signed a contract with streaming video website A, and because of that, they may decide to block streaming video websites B and C, therefore limiting your choice as a consumer and your access to information.
So if ISPA's leadership has a political affiliation with one group or another, they could very well decide to censor the websites of other groups. In this case, the Internet is not only being used to push sales and advertising, it can be used to push propaganda and limit the user's access to accurate and unbiased information. Well, what does the Constitution say about it? The First Amendment says that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. What Congress needs to do is put into law that restricting freedom of speech, religion, press, and assembly should be illegal, so that no one, be it the government or a private company, can limit these rights on the Internet.
Internet equality. From the receiving end, as a receiver on the Internet, I'd like to have uncontrollable access. I'd like to be able to go where I want and look at what I want with minimal interference.
Another problem is ignorance on the part of lawmakers. When it comes to the Internet, lawmakers don't always know what they're talking about. Yet these are the people who will create and vote on the laws that will affect Internet users. For example, Senator John McCain admitted that he doesn't know how to use a computer.
Neither. I am a illiterate that has to rely on my wife for all of the assistance that I can get.
Here's a clip demonstrating former Senator Ted Stevens' knowledge about the Internet.
I just the other day got Internet was sent by my staff at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. I got it yesterday.
You may not know it, but net neutrality has already been attacked. Some Internet service providers already try to control your bandwidth. In other words, how much information you can send and receive over the net. Let's say Internet Service Provider A has set a 250 gigabyte per month bandwidth limit. Although it seems like a lot, and most users will not exceed it, they are controlling your bandwidth and discriminating against those users who do use more bandwidth. In the future, this 250 gigabyte cap may start to shrink, making you pay more money to get a newer plan and avoid the high fees associated with going over the bandwidth limit.
Are you Google-eyed with confusion over net neutrality? No wonder. It's all just clever Mumbo Jumbo. Net neutrality is nothing more than a scheme by the multi-billion-dollar Silicon Valley tech companies to get you, the consumer, to pay more for their services. Forget all their Mumbo Jumbo. Net neutrality simply means you pay.
Many free Internet services we rely on may be canceled if net neutrality is kicked to the curb. Photo services like Flickr and PhotoBucket, phone services like Skype and Vonage, and gaming services like Steam and many online games may not be an option if the basic principles behind the Internet the principles of net neutrality are not upheld.
Network service providers should not block, impair, or degrade access to any lawful website, that a person should be able to run the applications of their choosing, that a person should be able to attach any lawful device to the internet. And these principles have really guided our industry so that today consumers can go anywhere they want on the internet.
So what can you do to get involved? Go to websites like SaveTheInternet.com to learn more about net neutrality and sign the petition that will help put the principles behind net neutrality into law. Contact your local lawmakers to make sure they fight for what you believe in. Remember, it's not just about the internet, it's about protecting your rights.